Welcome back, everybody, and happy Stimulus Day to everybody out there. Or should I say, happy Executive Order Day? I don't know. The 46th President of the United States, Joe Biden, declared today happy Stimulus Day. Find out about the new executive orders that he just signed today into law. Welcome, guys, to your daily news report on the first, second, and yes, now your third stimulus check update, the relief package, the EIDL program, PPP 2.0, and now the new stimulus plan proposed by Joe Biden. Today's the 22nd TGIF, everybody. It's a little bit late in the evening. It's about 9 o'clock on the East Coast. Everybody on the West Coast, I hope you guys had Japanese hibachi tonight. That's what I had, and it was so delicious. Find out how the new executive orders are going to affect PPP 2.0 and how they're going to affect the new grants, EIDL grants. We're going to talk your details right now. Gig workers, you're not going to want to miss this. Let's go. Welcome back, everybody. Remember to like, subscribe, and share this video because everybody right now is commenting all over my channel because they know about my giveaway. For all of my subscribers, when I hit 5,000 subscribers, I am picking one lucky comment from below to send a $500 check your way, guys. It is coming up very soon. I could feel it on this happy stimulus day, or should I say the happy executive order day. We're going to talk stimulus. We're going to talk what Joe Biden just proposed in his urgent press conference, and we're going to talk a little bit from the earlier press conference with the White House secretary as we talk relief package and we talk about the new executive orders. We're going to find out how it affects PPP and EIDL for all those gig workers out there. You're not going to want to miss this. We're also going to talk about the stimulus checks. We're going to get into all those details coming up. Let's get it going. Okay, President Joe Biden, his big day, his big stimulus day turned out to be a big executive order day. And that's okay because he did sign some executive orders to get the ball rolling on what he is saying is a down payment. He is calling this a down payment. The $900 billion relief package is just a down payment to what he is envisioning for his stimulus package. Joe Biden himself referenced the $2,000 direct payments, but he also said that the $600 wasn't enough. He didn't specify whether it's going to be a full $2,000 or if it's going to be the $1,400, that $600 that we already got, right? And he also didn't talk about caps and where the income's going to have to lie, what the max income's going to have to lie. So we're going to have to wait and see what those answers look like. But he talked about a lot of great things. Let's get into some of the details. We'll go through a recap and we'll just cover it all. Let's just talk about it. Okay, the president just signed two new executive orders. Let's find out what they were. I'm going to give you guys just a brief recap on what he talked about because he's alluding to what his next stimulus plan is, but he's not really revealing too much. It really does feel like the HEROES Act. They're trying to pull out portions of it and move it into the new stimulus plan. Let's talk about what he talked about, and then we'll talk stimulus and PPP and EIDL. So he's outlined this new plan. Moody believes that it will restore 7.5 million jobs over the next year and 18 million jobs over 4 years. And even Kevin Hassett, this was on Trump's staff. Even Kevin Hassett believes this to be true as the top strategy that they could possibly go and attack. Now, he indicated he's going to provide more than $100 million to schools over 100 days. Questions were flying about whether or not he could actually execute $100 million to schools. But he's saying he's going to do more than $100 million. Direct payments, $2,000. Indicating like $600 wasn't enough, but he didn't say whether or not it was going to be a $2,000 solid or whether it's going to be that additional $1,400 that we're all talking about. He also referenced mayors and governors because we know he has a big plan for pensions bailouts of local and state government that the Republicans are still trying to block, still indicating that Mitch McConnell holds the filibuster. And the new Democratic Party with the majority lead is trying to remove that filibuster, remove the power. But Joe Biden indicated that he still is in favor of filibuster. So we'll find out more about that too. Now, the American Rescue will extend unemployment for the roughly 17 million unemployed out there, and it'll also provide rental aid to 14 million that are on the verge, and he's seeing it. He's seeing that this is a rolling problem, that if we don't do something about rental aid, that 14 million evictions could occur. It's very scary to think about it. He's indicating if we fail to act, it will result in evictions, and it'll also help mom and pop landlords. Mom and pop landlords. He has a key focus on the small business owners, which is great. The American Rescue will keep the frontline workers, 600,000 educators, in their jobs. He's talking about hospitals, fire, police, rescue. So he has in his new stimulus plan a rescue plan for the frontline workers. He also talked small business. He's talking, and this is vague, very vague. He's talking PPP and he is talking EIDL. He said flexible grants, very specific, flexible grants. He didn't say grants. He said flexible grants. You use that word, flexible grants. Now, what does flexible grants mean? That doesn't necessarily mean free. That could mean free for some, but not free for others. Flexible, right? And it's to help survive the pandemic and low-cost capital to keep jobs. He's talking EIDL loans. Low-cost capital. That's what the EIDL program is for. It's to provide capital to keep your business open. Working capital. EIDL and flexible grants. That doesn't indicate anything about PPP. Let's be clear. Flexible grants doesn't mean free, and low-cost capital is EIDL loans, 2.75, 3.75 interest rates, not free. All right, and nothing for PPP in that phrase. Okay, let's get straight into the executive order. Now, it sounded like he was going to sign 3 executive orders, but I only saw him sign 2 executive orders. All right, because he alluded to the fact that he wants to do an increase on either the SNAP or EBT program through the Department of Agriculture, 15%. Now, he spoke about 1 in 7 households are suffering from hunger. 1 in 5 Black and Latino households are suffering from hunger. 30 million adults, 12 million children are on the food program. And he wants to see a 15% increase on that. Now, the 15% increase was pulled from a press secretary conference earlier today. These three executive orders were outlined earlier today, but I only saw him sign 2. So we'll find out more details if he signed 3 or if he signed 2. He will also pass for federal contractors to receive $15 minimum wage. Now, this is raised because nearly 8 million had access to their payments from the CARES Act. And these are people that are building ships and doing all kinds of government contract work that were pulled on the jobs for immediate work, promised payment, and it's kind of been delayed. Buy America Act, right? And so 8 million was given to them for the CARES Act. Now, the press conference indicated earlier today that they will get a $15 increase in minimum wage. And the third, now this is a big one. Now, again, I don't know if he signed this one yet, but he indicated that he wants to make unemployment a choice. And this is alluding to the fact that you go to apply for a job, you just were hired to come back to a job, and you make an observation that you don't feel that the place is safe due to pandemic reasons. You feel like your health is going to be at risk and you're going to catch the virus. And so you would get to make a choice. You either accept the job or you refuse the job. Now, if you're in the standard unemployment and you refuse the job, well, then you would no longer be able to collect unemployment. He wants to make the unemployment now a choice that you could choose. And this is going to get open to a lot of interpretation, but you can make the choice if you feel the place is unsafe to stay on unemployment and not go back to work. We'll have more to follow on that. I don't exactly know how that's going to be rolled out. If it will be a medical evaluation or if you have to have some kind of proof, or that's just open. That's open to a lot of interpretation, and we'll get to the bottom of it. We're going to track these things.
And with all this money floating around, it's probably a good time to stop by the description and check out Webull. 4 free stocks valued up to $3,000. The promotion won't last forever. And if you're really stressed, go stop by my life insurance, and in little as 5 minutes, you can have yourself life insurance. Pretty easy.
All right, for everybody out there who's sticking in for the EIDL topic, I talked about this a bit earlier on my previous video, but I want to go over again what is real out there, right? Because we know the HEROES Act isn't real, and there are some influencers who are believing that you know, because the HEROES Act was written and then there's new language in the new relief package that they're the same things, but they're actually not the same things, right? The CARES Act is real and the relief package is real, and then the new American Rescue Plan will be real when it passes. And you may see pieces of the HEROES Act that are in those, right? But it's going to be all about what's ever agreed upon right now. So what we know today is that under the 331, the separate law for the 30, 300, 80, 20, that's the low income rule for the $10,000 EIDL, advanced targeted grants, that is very real, okay? And you will get an email from the SBA letting you know that you qualify for that if you could prove that 30% reduction in your revenue. So that's very real. $20 billion has been set aside for that in the relief package. What is not clear and still not potentially real is that 332 was designed to amend the CARES Act, and it really isn't specific about anything. It doesn't tell you how much money is in there. It's specific about saying we're going to take the delay from 3 days to 21 days. And because Joe Biden said flexible grants just now, indicates a little bit something, right? Flexible grants sounds like 331, and it doesn't necessarily sound like 332. So flexible grants don't necessarily mean the same thing. And under the 332, because it's an amended, it's going to extend the pandemic declaration. It's going to let you be in the queue to even receive the loans, where if it wasn't extended, you would have had no chance of getting it outside of 12/27 for pandemic-related reasons, the declaration, right? And 332 doesn't say anything specific about how much money it is or if there's replenishment of the grants, the advanced grants. Now, I have been speculating, I have been saying that they are still saying that there is a potential for an advanced grant. A potential for an advance only, not a grant, but an advance. And that may mean that if you request within 3 to 21 days that you need funds, you can say, hey, I need this much money right away. They may send it to you, but it might be after you've gone through an approval process. And that is on a loan, an advance to the loan that you would have to pay back. And that's my speculation. That's kind of like how I'm perceiving this whole thing right now. So I hope I'm wrong. I hope we're all getting grants. But right now, that's just the way I see it. Thank you guys again so much for joining me. You guys are an amazing crowd. Check out my other videos. I got PPP and EIDL programs out there. Go check them out. We're into Draw 2 now. So you guys could hit out Draw 1 if you're a first timer, and you could go to Draw 2 to get that up to $29,000 in forgivable money. Forgivable money, guys. That's better than a $10,000 grant. Go check out the programs. Don't forget about my giveaway. I got $500 coming to some lucky subscriber who commented down below when I reach my 5,000 subscriber. You guys are awesome. I will catch you all on the next one. Bye for now.